How's it going, guys, and welcome back to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered within the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. And today we are taking a look at the Bloom. If you'd like to farm a Bloom for yourself, you're going to want to fast travel over to Crater's Edge on Gehenna and carry on forward until you hit the save station in front of Ruiner's Arena, which is of course who we'll be farming to get ourselves a Bloom. However, it definitely shouldn't take too long as this thing has a fucking 50% drop chance. The Bloom is a legendary Jakob's pistol with completely locked parts, meaning no element. However, it can be anointed unlike some other guns with locked parts, and it has the legendary effect of when you hold down the trigger, the weapon will briefly charge up before then dumping out all of the bullets in the magazine once you release the trigger. When charged, the first shot of the burst will deal increased damage, along with it and all of the other shots gaining your splash damage bonuses. So I fucking love the Bloom, and it barely has to even do with the actual usability or how good it is, because the Bloom is truly one of the most unique of the unique weapons in BL3, if not just the entire fucking franchise. This is just a beautifully designed weapon. The Bloom has a wholly unique firing mode with its own charging animation in that kind of green glow, with sound effects and a fucking gorgeous stin to top it all off. This is also honestly aided to by the locked parts, which is a rare example of me enjoying locked parts, but it really does add to the kind of thematic of what this gun is, and the fact that it just has like a legit name. It doesn't have any sort of visual prefixes, it's not like a couple words, it is just a name. It is just Bloom. It really makes for a weapon that feels like the signature weapon of the big bad bitch you yoinked it from. It also offers an entirely unique playstyle, even with its own skill curve almost, since you can hold for the full mag dump burst or learn to release early to avoid wasting any ammo. Along with that, while you do end up losing damage, there are some situations where you could just tap fire it to finish off a low health enemy. The Bloom is a very unique weapon and is just fun as fuck to use, along with being such a cool collection piece. But moving on from aesthetics and its uniqueness, the Bloom is just pretty fucking solid. While it's not top tier by any means, it functions incredibly well, allowing it to not only be fun and just very cool, but also fully functional. It also has some unique quirks and synergies due to the fact that it does splash damage, which is incredibly strong for Jakob's as is, as it adds another damage source for it to scale from, that not many other Jakob's weapons have access to. Not only that though, you can get this thing pretty much mayhem scaled because it interacts with both Fire in the Stag Den and Unweave the Rainbow, meaning that with the right build, you can actually get probably more damage out of this than any other Jakob's pistol. Although there is a couple downsides to the Bloom, the main one being that it is not at all very good with next to mags anointments, because you instantly dump your entire mag upon a fully charged burst, which means with next to bags you only really get 2 shots before you have to proc it again. So this makes it far better with things like Sentinel Cryo, URAD, Phase Cast, or Slam weapon damage, literally just anything other than next to mags. The other big downside is the fucking recoil of this thing during a burst. You definitely almost have to ADS, and you have to get used to dragging down on your mouse a little bit here, though some accuracy boosts and recoil reduction can definitely assist with this. The Bloom isn't like the best weapon ever, but it doesn't really need to be. It's more than usable enough to really be able to enjoy it, especially when there's so many details in this fucking pretty ass pistol to be enjoyed. It's incredibly unique, it's fun, it offers unique playstyles, and it has unique benefits over other Jakob's pistols, especially when used with very specific synergies. Oh, also it's Rose's gun, which means her hands were probably all over this shit and just fucking god damn. But that's an about do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Down in the description will be a link to my Twitch channel where you can follow and be notified whenever I go live. And just below that is a link to my Discord server where you can come and join and hang out. But with that all being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.